Have you ever wanted to show a different camera angle while streaming? Kind of like a top-down shot for unboxings or behind the scenes shot of your studio, but you don't have that feature on your plan and you're not interested in buying a switcher like an A10 Mini or others. For StreamYard, extra camera is in the advanced plan, and for Evmux, it's in the pro plan. But there's a way to do this regardless of your subscription level, even for those rocking the free plan. It's a little hack I stumbled upon, and I'm gonna share how to do it step by step right here, right now. So here we are inside StreamYard, looking at the studio, and the hack is simply, you've just gotta open up a incognito tab, bring your guest link into that tab, and add whatever camera you'd like to add to the studio. So the feature here that most of our plans don't have, if you're not at the advanced or pro plan for either Evmux or StreamYard, is this ability to click on this button here, click present, and go to extra camera. If you're on the free plan or you're on the core plan, this feature will actually say you've got to upgrade. Similarly, if you're over in Evmux, you have the ability to just click add camera if you're on the pro plan, but any of the other plans, that button doesn't exist, or it will ask you again to upgrade. So what we do, and again, this works on any of the plans, so it isn't specific, it doesn't matter. Even if you have all your cameras added in the pro plan or advanced plans, you can still use this hack. So all we got to do is go here to where we see it says invite to get your invite link. For those that are not aware of how to get that invite link, you can even just copy it right from the browser URL at the top. Once you have that URL, you want to paste that into your browser, which I've done here at the top. Now, I want to make sure we get this right. You want to right click on Chrome and go to new incognito window. You want to bring up an incognito window. That means it's going to be basically not logged in as you. So you won't be logging in as yourself. Then you paste your link that you just copied for your guest into that browser window, and it comes up to this screen. Basically just saying, hey, do you want to allow mic and camera access? So we want to say yes, and we will say allow, let's just say allow while visiting this site, okay? So now I can just put second camera as the name. That just helps me to identify. I can probably mute this because we don't want to hear that feedback. And again, you do want to right click that tab and select mute site. So we select that to mute the site. And then now we go into settings so we can select our camera. So in this instance, I do want to showcase my BTS. Well, let's do top down. We want to showcase the top down camera. All right, so we're going to showcase that, unmirror that. We're going to change our definition to 720 at least, because that is a part of the plan. And we can enter the studio. Click enter studio. It says you're backstage. You don't really have any other features, any other functionality at all, because you are a guest here. As you bring this into the incognito tab, you are a guest. So just think of it as being a guest in the studio. This tab will stay here. And again, you don't want that feedback. So make sure you mute the mic here. And you also, as I mentioned before, right click on the tab and go down to mute the site. You'll see right here, it says unmute because I've already muted it. Now go back over to our host screen, and you're seeing that this second camera has been added. And again, it's really good that I named it second camera because now I know what it is. So I had myself to the screen. I can add my second camera to the screen. I can do some of the functions that are normal in terms of layouts for the system. You can see some of those there. There are several different ways that we can take advantage of this, including having it be a full camera switcher. See, right now I'm just switching between the two by just clicking on where it says solo layout. And when I click that, it takes over the screen. When I go over here and click that, it takes over the screen. So you can actually use it as a full camera switcher. You can actually set it as a side by side so that you can showcase whatever it is you want. You can have it set like this as well. this was one that you can do. And then there's, of course, another where you have it as picture in picture. But yeah, you can just simply drag and drop to cut between the two. There's just a number of different ways that you can set this up. You can even do a custom layout, add a camera slot, of course, have that take up the whole thing, and then add another camera slot where this is, smaller. You can even change this this shape. Let's see here. Yep, you can change it to a circle and maybe make it like that. Boom. And then you say save, custom layout 7, and we just have to select that layout. Now we have picture in picture. And again, if I swap the two, you can see how that will take over. And you can do that in the middle of a show. And again, this is all on any plan, free, any of the plans that you have available for StreamYard. So keep that in mind. Now, over in Evmux, we could do essentially the same thing. We would be here, and you can see this is Evmux. So for those of you who are familiar with Evmux, I would simply go click on invite guests, grab this link, copy that link, and we would do the exact same process over again. We'll go back to our incognito tab. We're going to leave the StreamYard one all out now, and I've pasted this link into my Evmux screen, or I should say into my incognito tab. And just to recap that thing again, we right click on Google Chrome, go to new incognito window, and that opens this screen. Then we paste our link into the browser bar there. So we click to paste that link in. We're going to say, hey, allow while we're visiting this site. So my camera comes up. I'm going to say second camera again. And again, I'm going to actually mute this site. I want to right click on that tab and mute it. Then we click here to the wheel and select. This time I'm going to select my background camera. So here we go. There it is. It's finally come up, and I can close this screen and say join broadcast. And this this view that you're going to see in just a second is the view that the guests see when they're in Evmux. So now you're seeing what program view looks like on screen, but you can see the cameras are here. Now, as a guest, as I mentioned, you don't have access to do anything. This is just the guest screen. And so I will mute myself and then go back over to Evmux. Now we're in Evmux, and I can add this other camera to the screen. And here, you have all the same dynamic things that you can do here in terms of ways that you can be able to utilize this. There's so many different functions and features that you can do when you have two cameras. And again, it's an issue of this will work no matter the plan, no matter your subscription level. You can utilize this functionality to be able to add some different dynamics to your stream. We call them pattern interrupts. Being able to change things around, being able to have things that looks just a little bit different, it calls people's attention back to your stream, back to your content, back to what you're doing, and their eyes have to kind of adjust because something has changed. So those pattern interrupts are critical. And you don't have these functions built in on some of the lower tier plans, but this is one way that you guys can actually get access to that functionality, even regardless of the plan that you're on. Interesting thing to note on pricing is that StreamYard is slowly bringing their plan costs back to what it was before Bending Spoons took over. It's still significantly higher than other platforms like Evmux, Restream, or some of the others, but this is a trend to continue watching in the coming months. I want to share with you these two videos right here as options to watch next. 5 new features from Evmux, a platform that is really setting the pace, and the new way to manage your brand assets in StreamYard. With any luck, we'll see scenes from them real soon. Click either of these to watch, and I'll see you over there. Grace and peace, fam.